Well, the other day I showed a video about the anti-plugging relay and the issue I was having on my Monarch 10EE, and I've got that resolved. I think it's a little combination of some oil getting in there that was causing some issues also. But this little guy right here is the spindle drive belt, and since I had the cover off to work on that other issue, I noticed this. And so I bought a replacement from Monarch, not cheap. It's a 80-inch belt. It's fabric on the outside, rubber on the inside. 141 bucks. Yeah, I probably could have tried to find some other replacement, but hey, it's just simpler to buy the actual unit from the manufacturer and be done with it, not play games. So let me move you over to the lathe, and we'll have a little discussion about the installation on this. So I've installed the new belt, and you might even see there's just a little fraying here. I don't know if it'll show up on the camera or not. Well, as you saw in the old belt, what was happening is the belt alignment was causing it to walk over, and on the edge of this hub here, it's riding on that. I put the new belt on and it's doing the same thing. So there's an idler that sits here on this stud back here, and the idler has a key, or I guess it's a key, and which aligns it, but the idler is allowing it to push out and create the problem. So I'm going to have to monkey with it, and I have two choices: either file this to allow me to clock it, or just shim underneath it. And I think I'm going to try the shim first. So let me put it back together with a shim in it, and let's see what we get. So there I put in about almost 30 thousandths shim, and you can see right here that it's kind of riding up on this edge now, but it is tracking well on this bottom one. So let me try to cut that in half and see if we can get a good median for this to work. Okay, well, we're back here at the lathe, and I said there'd be a test. So what did you guys see that was wrong in that video? Well, if you didn't catch it, I had the idler on the inside rather than the outside. So since then, I've mounted the idler where it's supposed to be, and I have, I think maybe you might be able to see in here. Right now I have the unit actually working well. I've got about 50 thousandths worth of shims on the back side. I've had shims on the front side, I've had shims on the back side. I've actually put a spacer in here to push the idler out. I've now taken the spacer back out, and basically I've got the unit running really relatively true. So I'm planning on leaving the back off here for a little bit, use the lathe, check the belt, and check the alignment and see how it's working. But you can see there it's basically tracking. If anything, it's possibly rubbing just a hair on the inside now, but you can see down here, hopefully there's enough light, that it's tracking center of the large pulley down below. One of the other thoughts I had, if I continue to have problems, some of the Monarchs actually have a sleeve that goes on here that's crowned. And that may be another alternative, is to go ahead, this unit doesn't have one, but is go ahead and make my own crowned sleeve on here to help the belt tracking, make it out of Delrin and Loctite it there. But right now, I'm going to run the machine for a while, and I think I got it resolved. Okay guys, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you again. Okay, I know you guys are going to say, why don't you let's see it run? So before we sign off here, let's turn her on. It's going to be a little noisy. Turn the RPM down. So on this machine right here, turning this dial changes my speed. And the belt's tracking really pretty good there. As you can see, just a fudge on that inside. Tracking real well down below. Alright, before we sign off, I have to show you a couple of anvils I bought from the same fella that we bought the power hacksaw the other day. I bought some anvils for him, so we'll show those off to you real quick. So a couple anvils I purchased. This one here. They're both forged, 7 inches by 2 inches and about 5 inches tall. Nice little forged unit, got a nice little horn on it. And then I also picked up this guy. And these are both from Germany. You can see this unit here. And it's got a hole here, and it's got a couple accessories, one for doing cutoffs there, and another one with shaping on a round. Pretty cool little anvil. I checked it, and the surface parallel was maybe within 2 thou. So of course I had to surface grind it to clean up the bottom and the top. So it's under half a thou right now in parallel. Just funning around here. The last item, just to update you, as you can see on the welding table here, finally went back to grinding on the Arbor press stand, which is the wood mock-up is there, and there's the interior frame that I did months ago, and went back to work grinding, and also tried to Liptonize with the router. And we'll do a little follow-up video on that.